Don't wonder how hard it is to open up a jar. Well, that's grip strength. And grip strength, unfortunately, decreases as we start to get older. But is there anything we can do about it? Of course there is. Hey everyone, welcome to the front row. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. We've got you covered from headaches all the way to foot pain. Explore the channel. If you have any questions, let me know. If you find the video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so you never miss another one of these videos. In this video, I'm going to talk about upper body strength. Let me just give this to you straight first. You can increase your strength at any age. I don't care if you're 10 or if you're 90. You can increase your strength. Now, it's all relative, right? I know as we get older, hormonal levels change, and we're not going to make the gains that we did when we were in our hormonal prime of 25 years of age. But needless to say, I'm a physical therapist, and I've got clients well into their 80s that are making significant functional changes in strength. But I wonder what that entails. You actually have to do the exercises, people. You actually have to do them. So what I recommend is getting on a upper body and a lower body routine. In this video, I'm going to talk about upper extremity work. And then in a subsequent video, so make sure you subscribe so you'll know when I release it, I'll talk about lower extremity strengthening. And then we want to alternate that because it becomes daunting to do all these exercises every day. If you truly want to get the benefits of a strength training program, you have to stress the muscles appropriately, but then you also have to give them a chance to recover. So what I recommend is 3 times a week for 1 week doing your upper body work. So let's say Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do my upper extremity routine, which I'm going to show you. Tuesday, Thursday, I do the leg or the lower body routine, which will come in a subsequent video. And then you take the weekends off. And the weekends off from strength training. Doesn't mean you're still not active, you're gardening, you're doing whatever you need to do, but you kind of give your muscles a little bit of a break because they've got to come back stronger after you've worked out. And they need food, rest, recovery. So you can't work them out too hard. Then the following week, you do legs 3 times and upper body twice. So that way, in the big picture, everything stays balanced. First of all, it's time for my common sense disclaimer. Please talk with your doctor, especially as an older adult over 65. I always make sure my clients have a good bill of health first, make sure they're not dealing with any other type of disease process that might be going on, and that their physician has given them the green light to go ahead and start exercising and to work on strength training specifically. Everyone's at a different level. I have some senior clients that run marathons. I have some senior clients that can barely stand unsupported. I did a video on balance, and so balance should also be part of your training. If you haven't seen it, I will put a link up above. Please check it out at some point in time because balance is critical. Like 30 million adults fall, older adults fall every single year because of a lack of balance, and sometimes it can be fatal, so balance is critical. These exercises I'm going to show sitting down in a chair. Now, understand you can do these standing up, you can do them on one leg if you've got great balance, but we have to meet people where they're at. So I'm assuming that maybe you have a little trouble standing, and I'm going to start simple, but understand you can make this more challenging. Now, are you going to need some weights? It's helpful. Be creative, right? I've got organic roasted tomato soup, and it's gluten-free, so I don't have to worry if you've got some sort of gluten sensitivity. I've got cans of beans, 1-pounders, work great. If you're feeling really strong, go out and get some weights. These are 10-pounders, but just find out an appropriate weight where you can do each exercise for 3 sets of anywhere from 8 to 12 repetitions. So if it's too heavy and I can only get it 3 times, then it's not doing what it needs to do. If it's super light and I'm doing 99, 100, I need to add some more weight because I need to stress the muscle in a positive way so it comes back stronger. Before you do any type of strength training, you got to make sure your body's kind of warmed up. What does a warm-up look like? Maybe do 5 minutes of brisk walking. It could just be in your house, it could be on your deck, it could be in your backyard, it could be marching in place, whatever you need to do, but just kind of warm your body up a little bit. First exercise we're going to do are shoulder shrugs, and I'm going to use my 1-pound cans of soup. So I'm sitting up nice and tall. If you look at me from the side, I've got good posture. I'm bringing my chin back here. I got my scapula in the back pocket. I'm making sure that I am strong. A critical thing about strength training is that when you strength train, you reinforce that movement into the nervous system. So if I'm slouched, if I'm doing exercise while I'm slouched, that's telling my nervous system, look, that's where I want Ed to be, slouchy Ed. Well, I don't want to be slouchy Ed. So before I do any type of weight training, I'm in the best posture I can be. So chin is tucked, not that forward head, scapula in the back pocket, engage the core. Weights are down here by my side. And I'm just going to start off by doing some nice, easy shrugs. These are shoulder shrugs up. I kind of like to hold the contracted position just for about a count, just to kind of get more out of it. If you're not sure how fast to go, you're better off to go slower than faster. This doesn't seem to quite do as well as if we go slower. Because what happens is when we go slower with our strength training, the time under tension increases. If I'm doing 10 reps, I could crank it out in about 9 seconds. Or I could do 10 reps nice and slow and take about 30 seconds or 40 seconds. So the more you get in, the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. After we finish our shoulder shrugs, we're going to go straight into bicep curls. Our bicep is this muscle right through here. Check your posture, arms down by your side, and we're curling up and back down. Hold the contracted position, back down slowly. If you start to experience pain when you're strength training, you shouldn't really. Check your posture, make sure everything is okay. Drop the weights a little bit. If it still hurts, then it's not a good exercise for you to do for that day, but then come back to it. Now we're going to go into shoulder work. So I'm going to have my weight here, arms bent at about 90 degrees, and I'm just going to slowly bring it up and back down. You want to make sure you don't go up too high because this is actually going into a little bit of an impingement zone of your shoulder. So what I like to have people do is start here. Even if there's no pain, I don't even want you to go to 90 degrees. So you're going to be right about to here. What we're doing here is working that deltoid muscle. 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps, holding the contracted position. Now we're going to work the front of the deltoid. And these are going to be shoulder raises right up front. Back down. Lateral raises. Back down. Muscle we're working is the anterior part of the deltoid. If you want to go thumbs up, I'm fine with that. I would not go much higher than about the level of your eyes. Now we're going to work on our triceps. Remember, this is your bicep and this is your tricep. So what it looks like, I'm going to come up here and I'm just going to slowly bring that up. Now support my elbow and bring that up. Support your elbow and come up. Pause at the top and back down. Pause at the top and back down. As you start to get fatigued, you should feel the back of your arm starting to get a little bit sore, maybe a little burny, and that's okay. That just means that you're working the muscle. Now we go into the shoulder press. You've got your cans of soup, you got your weight right here, you're in good posture, scapula in the back pocket, engaging the core, tucking the chin, and then we're going to go straight up and back down. I got long arms, they're getting cut off, but you get the idea. Pause, back down. Pause, and back down. As we go through these exercises, if there's any part of the range of motion that hurts, first thing you need to do is check your form. If your form is good, drop the weights, and then limit your range of motion. For example, let's say I'm doing a bicep curl, but I'm recovering from an elbow injury. And when I come all the way down, I get a little bit of sharp pain. So lighten up the weight, make sure both arms are equal, but then limit your range of motion. That means I can't go completely to extension, then limit your range of motion. Because I'd rather have you do that than do nothing at all. Because that probably will actually help your injury. But limit your range of motion because strength training should make you a little tired and a little muscle sore, but it should not give you pain. Now we're going to go into a standing exercise. Using the chair for a little bit of balance. I've staggered my legs, engaging the core. I'm bending forward from my hips, not my back. I've got my weight here, and I'm pulling up. Almost like I'm trying to start my lawnmower, which I winterized it last year. Changed the spark plug this year. Started up like a champ. My dad would be proud I winterized it. 3 sets of 10 to 12. I want you to hold that top position. By now, your arms must be a little bit tired and a little bit fatigued after everything that we've been through. Now I like to finish with a little bit more of an endurance type of exercise. So what we did before is we did more of a strength training. This one's going to be strength training, but we're more so building endurance. And so whatever weight you use, you're going to have to use a lot less because we're going to do 3 30-second intervals. I've got my cans of soup right here. You're going to bring your arms in front, scapula in the back pocket here, and we're going to make circles. Whichever direction you want to go into, but we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. If you can't hold it for 30 seconds, take a break, get right back into it. Challenge yourself a little bit. What we're doing here is building endurance. Building endurance. Okay. After 30 seconds, you take a little break. Maybe the break is for a minute until things kind of recharge, and we go out to our side. And we are making circles going forward. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. You get the idea. You can do it. It's going to burn. Your brain's going to tell you to stop, but you'll be fine. You'll be all right. You got to work through that just a little bit. If it hurts my shoulder, change the angle. Okay, there. Now my shoulder doesn't hurt, and that's fine. I'm still doing something positive. And the last one, if you can, so we did forward, we did side. Now we're going to go up over our head. If over your head is too much or not possible, then do 2 sets of out to the front or maybe another set of out to the side. Make this program your own. Congratulations, you finished your first upper body workout. Now remember the calendar we talked about. You're going to cycle through 3 days a week, 1 week for upper extremity, 2 days a week lower extremity, Saturday, Sunday off from the weight room, but you're still going to be active. Remember, we strive for activity every single day. And then the week after that, you flip it. 3 days a week for lower extremity exercises, 2 times a week for upper extremity exercises. Remember, I'm going to be doing the lower extremity one, so make sure you subscribe so that when both of them come out, you're going to have copies of them to flip back and forth. I'm going to leave you just with one more thing. Do not ever let anyone tell you that you cannot increase your strength. If you've got a heartbeat, there's hope. I don't care if you're 95 or 15 or 50 or whatever it is, but it starts with an identity. You have to decide who and what you want to be. If you want to be stronger, if that's the identity that you want, then you have to have action pieces that will lead you to that identity. So if I want to be stronger, that's my identity, then every time I have a chance, I'm going to work on strength training. So I'm going to have an identity, an action piece, and then eventually I'm going to feel strong. And that's what we want to do. That can be applied to anything. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Stay tuned for the lower extremity strengthening exercises. And come over here and open this up for me once you get stronger, because I can't open this.